So I'd like you to put your hands together, please. The team from Haas, Mick Schumacher, Kevin Magnussen. Lovely to have you along, gentlemen. And for you, Kevin, welcome back to Melbourne. Probably you weren't expecting to be back here anytime soon, but here you are. Fantastic. Great you got the ride.
Yeah, super happy. Yeah, it's great to be back. You know, it doesn't feel like a Formula One season if you don't have Melbourne in the calendar. So very happy to be back.
What's the big difference with Melbourne, though? Because is it just the sea of people that go back about 4 suburbs, or what's the difference with Melbourne?
No, it's always there's a great atmosphere. The fans, you know, always happy to see F1 here, and also it's great to come all the way here and get to this country. You know, I've never actually really got to explore the country, but I always feel like I want to go on a road trip when I land in Melbourne. So hopefully one day I'll get to do that.
It would be the world's fastest road trip. He'd be in Sydney in about 3 hours if he was borrowing. Mick, welcome. Lovely to have you along as well. You used to come to... Yeah, give him a big round of applause. You used to come to Melbourne with Dad as a young boy, didn't you? You've been here a long time.
Yeah, I came here in 2011 it was. I was 12 back then, so great to come here as a Formula 1 driver now.
And now you come back and you're in the seat and doing it. So what's the mentality? Completely different from a young boy that was just tagging along to now actually being at the on the grid.
Well, yeah, I mean, back then I was obviously dreaming about driving one day, and now here I am. So it's great to be able to race in Melbourne. I love Australia, so yeah, enjoy coming here.
It is fantastic to have them here. We will be able to get some questions from the crowd, so think of them, be ready. Ruby will be with the microphone. Kevin, I'll go back to you. What's been the big change to come back to Formula One? I've heard you talk about fitness, you had a neck issue, but talk to us about the fitness level that is required to be a Formula One driver. And I think you talked about having to train pretty hard to get back up to that level.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to be in F1 this year. So all of last year I was racing, but only like 8 or 9 races in America. And I wasn't training the way I should as a Formula One driver. I became a dad last year in January. Training wasn't prioritized as it used to be. So when I got the call from Günther last minute, just like a week before Bahrain, I wasn't fit enough, and I still am not. But I'm working on it.
You're looking okay to me. He looks okay, doesn't he? He'll be all right. When you say you weren't training, what were you doing in the downtime, in the off seasons? What were you doing that maybe you hadn't done previously as an F1 driver?
Well, drink beer, hang out with friends, all that stuff. It's I had a great time. It was actually really nice to have a year out. Of course, I missed Formula One, and I was so happy when Günther called and gave me the chance to come back. But it was good. I mean, good timing with the kid as well, to have a year with her and just kind of experience life outside of F1 also.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and we love having you back. How many people here are Günther fans from Drive to Survive? It's like he's got his own cult following. It's quite extraordinary, and he does bring it to life. Take us inside that phone conversation. So the phone rings. Brum, brum, brum. Hi, Kevin. It's Günther here. How did it then go from there?
Well, I mean, as I said, I didn't expect it. I saw the news that Mazepin had lost his drive, and I didn't think I was in consideration for that. But when he called, I thought, well, let's see what this is about. I had a feeling what it would be about. So he asked if I wanted to come back, and I said yes.
So straight away, did you think about it overnight? Did you say, look, and I'll drop you a text tomorrow?
No, I said yes, and then I called my wife to check if I was allowed.
And your wife said, no, you're not doing that. Is that right?
She was fine. She was supportive.
Very supportive. What's it like, Mick, to be working with Kevin, who's got so much experience? I mean, you were on the podium back here in debut race in Australia. What's it like to be working with Kevin?
Well, it's great. I mean, he's got a lot of experience, but he's also a cool bloke, so easy to work with, and yeah, great to have as company.
And what about for you? What's success look like for you this weekend and going forward into the season as well? It's a long season. There's plenty of opportunity to shine. What's success going to look like for you and Haas?
Well, I have a good qualifying. Hopefully, get into Q3. That would be great, and some points in Melbourne would be a good story.
All right, hand in the air if you'd like to ask either of these two gentlemen. Ruby, just behind you, come through to the front there, and we need your name and your question, please.
Hi, my name's Kelsey. I just wanted to know, wie geht's, Mick?
It's good, danke.
Danke.
Okay, so we've got sign language over here, and he's now looking, saying, "I'm not totally sure about speaking." What was that conversation there, Mick? What was the conversation?
Just if I was good, like if I was feeling good.
If you're feeling good. And you are feeling good?
I'm great, yeah.
All right, cool. There we go. Thumbs up from our sign language as well. We might have another one over there, Ruby, as well. Come to the front, sir, and no, she's not going to hand you the microphone. You need to come to the front.
Coming.
Okay, what's your name and question, please?
My name's Javen. I wanted to ask, I know Gunther isn't here, but I wanted to ask if you can answer on his behalf. This season, you guys going to be a bunch of wankers or a bunch of rock stars?
I think we're always going to be both.
Great answer. You're rock stars here this morning as well. We've got one over this side, hands up, or got one right in front of you. Ruby, sorry. I'm sending you left, right and centre. Okay, name and question, please.
Hi, my name is Jill. The question is to Mick. I love to hate Schmeichel fan. Your dad must be awesomely proud, but do you get any coaching from your uncle?
Your dad being very proud, but getting coaching from his uncle, yes.
Well, I get support from the whole family, so it's great. But direct coaching, no. But yeah, no, it's great to have the support of everybody.
And it is going to obviously be a subject of conversation you've grown up with. It's been at the dinner table. It's been at family functions. So hard for you to get away without talking about it, I suppose. What do you do to clear your mind and get away and remove yourself from being a race driver? What do you do outside of Formula One?
Well, I got a dog, so spend time with her. So yeah, it's just like get away from the fast life, let's say, and just calm down here and there.
Bit different to Kevin, who's just drinking beer and playing with a young child. Okay. All right, we've got a hand over here. Where's Ruby? You're heading that way, maybe around the edge. We'll share it around. So need your name, please, and your question for our Haas drivers here.
Hey, my name is Sergio. We've heard this. We've heard a lot about the change of regulations this year from the Formula One press, but I would like to hear it from a driver. What do you think about the new regulations? What do you like? What do you don't like about them?
So the question was the new regulations, and obviously there is a host of changes this year. What are your thoughts on the new regulations, both of you?
I think they're good. I mean, the cars are still fast. I was kind of worried that the cars wouldn't be, they're a little slower, but they still feel very, very fast. So that's a good thing. And I think following other cars is a lot better this year. So racing is going to be closer. There's going to be tracks that in the past you wouldn't see many overtakes on. I think you'll see more overtakes. So I think it's great. It seems like it's a little tighter from the front of the field to the back, which is also a good thing. So yeah, I think overall it's looking good.
Mick, how have you found the changes? Because there's obviously design changes and regulation changes.
Well, yeah, I think that it's obviously a lot better because obviously we're faster, so better than last year. Cars feel good and it's easy to follow, which is great, yeah.
What about the track per se, the changes that we've seen in the track here? You talk about being fast. What are we talking, 280 down that now, which, well, they're calling it a straight, but it's certainly got a little bend in it on the way through. But it is faster, no doubt about that, 4 or 5 seconds faster. What are your thoughts on the track?
Well, I haven't seen the old track before, so,
No?
I
Kevin?
like the track as it is.
I think it's a good improvement. It's become a lot faster. It used to be kind of a medium to low speed track, and now it's like a high speed track. So we like going fast.
Absolutely, and we love seeing you go fast as well. Hand in the air if we've got one out there. Okay, need your name, please, and question.
All right. Mick, there was a guy in November 2012. He created like a 20-hour series, and the site was called Michael Schumacher. Have you ever actually watched all those videos?
I don't remember that site. I don't remember that site. In 2012, I think he was coming here as an 11-year-old, so I'm not sure he remembers it either. We've got a hand in the air over here as well. Got one going this way, just in front of you, Ruby, there. Yes, your name and your question.
Both. Hi, my name's Hugh. Just a question for both drivers. What's it like being able to ask Mercedes what the back of your car looks like?
I don't know. I haven't asked. Maybe I will.
What do you think the response would be? Would it be a long conversation, Kevin, or how do you think that might go?
I'm not sure Lewis Hamilton knows what Haas is.
Well, he does now, so there you go. Okay, yes, we've got one just behind you, Ruby, there. So come on through to the front. Terrific to have so many people along for the fan forum.
Hey, Josh from Sydney. To both drivers, who can do the better Gunther impression?
A Gunther impression. Okay, so...
It's easy. You just have to swear. You know.
Please don't do that now. Please don't do that now. Mick, are you good at a Gunther impression?
Not really. I guess it's hard to mimic him. You know, he has a very special way of saying words.
He does, and he says them in great abundance. We absolutely love him as well. Where's Ruby? Just behind you, Ruby, as well. There's a man in a cap over there.
Hi, name's Adam. Kevin, after your sort of slow end to the last stint of your F1, how was it to score points in the first race?
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, you know, also because it all came about so quickly and unexpectedly. It was all such a big surprise. So, you know, getting back into Formula One in itself was a massive thing, and then getting back into straight away top 5 result was too crazy. So yeah, just surprising.
We would love to see them amongst the points here in Melbourne, wouldn't we? Please give them a big round of applause. Mick Schumacher, Kevin Magnussen. We wish the team Haas success, not only here, but throughout the season as well. Thank you, gentlemen.